Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to show you why a bunch of left-leaning people, well to be specific, black and LGBTQ, are leaving the left.
Are you a racist, fascist, Nazi lover?
No, I have a black friend.
But I mean, back in the day, it was cool when you were an outcast. That doesn't look very cool. The fact that they were protesting, no kings, no kings. All I see is white people and old ladies, like a lot. And before you tell me it's not the case, yo, I saw it on TikTok, I saw it on Facebook, I saw it on Twitter. Translation, I'm not surprised black people are leaving. So if you're black and LGBTQ, there's twice the chance you might leave.
If you guys have been keeping up with these no kings protests, mate, one thing I've noticed is these people are all old.
It is almost exclusively all old white people.
I've never seen this many old white women in one place, reliving the old hippie days, mate. But this time they're protesting some kind of mythical king that doesn't exist. Look at these ones. Looks like they just got resurrected. Probably smells like mothballs and soap. Are these the heroes that are going to topple the government tyranny?
Somebody that survived Mao Revolution was like, yo, I can see you want to replicate him, but why so many white people? In Connecticut, the population 30% black. Gone. In Atlanta, 50% of the population is black. Gone. How can you protest for some people and they don't protest with you?
You forgot me again!
I mean, even Politico is admitting Trump is doing something great. Why is he getting all the black people? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe you attacked him so much they felt identified with him. I feel identified with the feminists back in the day in the 60s. And you know what's even worse? The fact that they released the National Guard made black people feel safe. And he promised and he brought that. I'm like, yo, do you have any idea how amazing a black person is feeling right now? Safely, and their kids can run outside, no guns. He has given them something that Democrats promised them consistently, saying that the right-leaning people is the cause. No, it's the crime. Trump 2024 voters were far more racially, ethnically diverse than his voters in 2016 and 2020. Bo po lagi nek. As I said before, don't make me speak my native language. They're saying we don't want a king, we don't want a king. He was a king. He would open the government that you blocked. Remember? But no, you want to be the cool kid. I mean, it is the party that focused on BLM, but you didn't focus on the welfare state, you didn't focus on crime, you did focus on trans and kids. I'm like, but the economy was bad. You didn't focus on that.
Yet they kick people out of pride events because they voted for Trump. Hi, that was me back in April.
And then also you started messing with mothers, you started messing with kids, you got so much attention, but then people had a voice, men tried to defend or try to portray that voice, bam, and he's gone. And then you start celebrating it. People notice these stuff. Comes upon it's weird. Like you were cool outcast back in the day, you could do your thing, but now the government is always helping you. The media is covering your ass, even lies for you, and people see the division. And even black people are like, I don't agree with him, but we need to find a simple peace. Like this makes no sense. Because if somebody that likes you can have a different opinion because you kick them out immediately, that's wild. Remember to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe? ¿Por qué?
Don't be mad, her president won.
Get off the plantation! White people need to come off the plantation! Get off the plantation!
You be like that white man, come you that white man. You like that region man. Oh, good Lord. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
And for the people that don't know, if they tell you get off the plantation, it's just don't be controlled by a Democrat. Because sometimes you have to vote for so many things that is trending, even if you disagree with them. And the moment you just disagree with 5%, you're gone.
Like, there he is!
I mean, that is the reason you might say free Palestine. But you know, if you go to Palestine as a black gay man,
months. And I'm seeing videos from Chicago, DC, where people are like, yo, I feel safe. My kids feel safe. This is the best thing he ever did for us. So what was happening all these years that this shit, like literally I've known DC and Virginia to have this type of shit going my whole life, and I'm in my 40s, okay? Almost touching it. So what was really truly going on? If a motherfucker became president 9 months ago and cleared that shit out with just a flick of the pen, I'm just thinking, like, did y'all really ever care?
She's asking the right question, because these areas are controlled by Democrats. But the best way to understand people is to pay attention to their incentive structures. Democrats are not incentivized for Black Americans to do better. If you think about the Democrats' platform, it's about making everybody a victim. If you're Black, the system's racist and it's against you, and we are the people who are going to fix that problem for you. Those Republicans, they're racist. If you're gay, they don't like you because you're gay. If you're a woman, they don't like you because you're a woman. If you're an immigrant, they don't like you because you're an immigrant. And again, back to Black people, the reason you're struggling is because of history, racism, and the system. It's not your decision making. It's not you making poor decisions. But here's the thing. If they can keep you focused on everything except accountability and your own personal agency, that makes you a perpetual voter for Democrats.
Ta-da! Do you believe in voting? Even the mayor of DC that doesn't supposedly agree with Trump. Thank you.
The difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings in Washington.
Hi, I'm Corinne Jean-Pierre, and I am the author of a new book that's coming out this fall called Independent. It's coming out on October 21st, so please do grab it.
Yeah, that's the speaker of Biden back in the day. She's like, I'm not a Democrat, I'm independent. I'm going in the middle. Good luck with that. Everywhere, Florida, Democratic Party experiencing turmoil by the beam Bush passed because, hey man, I'm deporting Nick. Okay, my bad, he didn't say that, but you get my point.
Why I am no longer on the left, even as a lesbian. What I have observed is that the community pretends to fight for inclusivity, diversity, and freedom. But I've seen with my very own eyes for years now that realistically they fight for one-way thinking, the demonization of specific groups that are other than them, and the cancelization of freedom of speech. They say they care about human life and people who are victims of war, but advocate for the killing of the most vulnerable type of human life form in existence. They fight against the legalization of guns, but cheer when guns are used to assassinate a man who simply had a different opinion.
Intolerant and not inclusive. I've been thrown out of a gay club 3 times for supporting President Trump because they don't agree with me, because they're intolerant. Yeah, the gay community that wants respect, that wants people to accept them and embrace them. But they don't embrace me. They don't embrace me.
A lot of people in the LGBTQ, the first generation lesbian and gays, are noticing that. The only difference is a lot of people are listening to them. I've been listening to this lady years ago. That's why I keep saying she's my favorite lesbian. Why? Because she speaks sense. I don't have to be a Democrat or Republican to even understand her.
Listen up, Buttercup. If you ever find yourself nervous, like you're nervous for backlash if you speak about your thoughts and your opinions, your values, your beliefs, your morals, what you think is right and wrong for this country, if you're nervous about the backlash, like this is where it's coming from. Like that's the guy in your comments telling you that you're stupid. It's the parents of this child who's stabbing an effigy of Donald Trump. They're the ones in your comments telling you that you're the problem, okay? That's where it's coming from. It's Miss Crazy Eyes right here telling you that you're insane. It's this group of adults cheering as a little girl beats an effigy of Donald Trump. They're the ones telling you that you're the issue. It's people who say stuff like this.
Even Jeffree Stars is like, hey man, I'm kind of becoming more...
Kirk was just like, what is going on, dude? For speaking the truth, that's what happened? Are you fucking kidding me right now? If you watch me daily, we don't really get political in this room. We're all about positivity, makeup, sarcasm, jokes, trolling. This is a grown man who fought for the truth, who went all around our country debating people of all walks of life, walks of religion, walks of sexuality. He debated everybody. And if you're in here saying it wasn't the truth, you are a they-them loser. You are one of those people who doesn't want to live in reality.
Maybe they would believe him more because he's gay. Nah, different opinion. Bye-bye. you don't belong, no gay club for you. How can you say I don't like a king? But Nancy Pelosi is more than 30 years or something like that in Congress, and supposedly allegedly did like, I don't know, the stock situation, like I know which stocks is gonna go through, let's buy. I don't know, man. And everybody's silent because she is caring about the things that you want to be cared about. BLM. The average reign of an English king is 18 years. Nancy Pelosi has been reigning in her office for nearly 40 years, yet Nancy Pelosi posted a video attacking Trump for being a king. Let's break it down. Trump has been in office for 4.5. Pelosi has been in office for 38 years. Trump is term limited. Pelosi is running again and again till 2026. Maybe not long. Ooh, let's see. Trump lost billions in the office. Pelosi has made 300 million insider trading. Man, stop making me speak my native language. Trump is the first person in his family to run for office. Pelosi is a Nepo baby. What the heck is that? Who inherited everything from her rich, powerful, connected Democrat daddy. Nancy Pelosi's No Kings video might be the biggest self-own of the year, but the Democrats will never see it, even if they have two working eyes.
The No Kings protest today, I was wondering how President Trump has put your freedom in jeopardy.
I wouldn't say my freedom's in jeopardy.
So whose freedom's in? Why are you out here at the No Kings protest, I guess? I was wondering, what has President Trump done to put your freedom in danger?
We have something come to do.
I think we're out here at the No Kings protest and we're asking all the important questions.
Such as, if Trump was elected, how exactly is he a king?
Because he is trying to take control of everything, like his checks and balances are not working, so he is just trying to completely disregard the Constitution.
I don't know, I feel like a lot of amendments have been kind of overcome, like in a way that they're not supposed to be.
I would say that it's because even though he was elected, I agree, due process, he got what he got elected fairly, sure, but he's doing things that make him a king, like he's taking away, civil rights.
That's a great question. I don't particularly think he's a king, it's how people are viewing him as.
The fact that sometimes people do an interview, they know you're going to upload it. Oh, whoa, don't! I talked to you! That's gonna make me look bad. I'm like, wow. Like, it tells me so much about your party.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, durloketa, verdeta, welcome.